Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to Southern Miss Sports Today with Coach Jay Hopson, presented by Bancorp South. Golden Eagles getting ready to hit the road. They'll travel up to Norfolk, Virginia to take on the Monarchs of Old Dominion, coming off a tough loss on Saturday against a rapidly improving Charlotte 49er ball club. And, Hop, when you look back at that game on Saturday, another one of those crazy games, you look like early on you had kind of taken control of it. They were able to take advantage of a couple of things and get ahead. So just a tough day.
Well, it was. It's a tough day. It's a disappointing day. It's you just want to get back on the field. That's the reality of it. Certainly, had our chances. I thought early up 14-7 to make a play or two and try to separate. And unfortunately, I had a big play, then a turnover, and bang, we're down by 14 at half. And certainly, we got to make the most of our opportunities. And I'm just looking forward to getting back on the field again, and we're just getting ready to compete.
Yeah, you had a quick start to get ahead. They actually score, I guess, the first touchdown, but then you're able to tie it up, and then you get a punt return, I guess, from Islands A. Staggers that allows you to get a short field and score, and you're up 14-7.
Yeah, I mean, going up, and again, I thought we were hitting stride there for a minute, up 14-7, and again, that second quarter went back and forth. Had a 3rd and 1 where they hit us on a big play, and then again, got into a situation where right before the half they got bang 2 scores, and certainly just had some adversity hit there right before half.
And you got to obviously give Charlotte some credit. Their big running back Phillips was as good as we probably see all year long, and the quarterback was the guy that had really kind of rejuvenated this ball club.
Yeah, I mean they're 3-1 since making the change, so give them credit. But again, we know we could play better, and that's our charge, and that's what we got to do.
On the offensive side, you were short a receiver. DJ Thompson couldn't play because of a shoulder injury, but Corey Robertson in that starting role had 8 catches in the ball game.
Corey made some plays. Certainly we did a good job as a group as a whole. We got to come down with those balls on 3rd down. So we got to always. That's one thing that we got to continue to work on and concentrate on. But Corey did a great job, and just really pleased with the effort.
And really, all those guys. Corey had 8 catches. I think Staggers had 7. Isaiah Jones had 6. Chase Whitehead.
Isaiah had a pretty good game.
Chase Whitehead had the big 78 yards. So they're making some big plays there.
That's right. Did a good job. It's a big play by Chase in the second quarter.
Coming out at halftime, though, it looked like you guys had a chance maybe to battle back in there. They, as you said, had gotten a couple of quick ones there just before halftime. But again, some opportunities there at the start of the 3rd quarter that could have got you right back in the ball game.
And we fought. The one thing I love about our football team is we fight for 60. And again, had a chance there about 4 minutes to go to get it back to a 1-score game. Of course, Tez goes in at Q and launches one, and they come up with the pick. But the reality of it is we didn't get it done on Saturday, and got to get back to work this week.
Nick Mullins got banged around there early in the second half. Parker Adams said to come in the ballgame. I thought he did a tremendous job under the circumstances.
Yeah, Parker played well. He did. He came in there and kind of gave us a little spark there, and I thought threw the ball, ran our offense well, ran the ball well. So good day by Parker. He was our offensive player of the week, and just did a good job.
I know when you guys got back to the practice field earlier this week, obviously you go over and try to correct some of the things that you felt like you didn't do well against the Charlotte Ball Club. But the story is now you've got 3 games left. You still control your own destiny, and all the things you still wanted to do at the start of the year are right there in front of you.
That's right, Johnny. And we just got to prepare to win a game. We can't look into that future. I mean, it's a week, and we just got to get focused on the now. And again, we got 1 game. That's Old Dominion. That's all that matters. So we got to have that focus.
Well, it was Southern Miss and the Charlotte 49ers on Saturday afternoon at the Rock. Let's go back and take a look at all the action. Football just in for the left hash. Mullins takes a snap, under pressure, looks and throws, got a man, that's going to be caught around the 40, tackle broken, and the Golden Eagles going to get it down to near the 41-yard line of Charlotte. As that time they found Corey Robertson making the start today, and a big play there by Corey. First down, Golden Eagles. And now take it from Cameron Tom. Drop the throw it left sidelines, and that's Staggers. And Staggers makes a catch and got a first down. Here's Arthur Hart to punt. He averages 39 yards a kick. Staggers awaiting the kick. He's got a return from his 44 and tries to spin away and does. He turns upfield at the 40, breaks a tackle, looking for room at the 50, breaks another tackle, finally caught from behind and brought down inside the Charlotte 40. A spectacular return. Works off the left hash, fakes and fakes again. Now looking to throw, looking and looking, throws long down the field. That's going to be caught inside the 15 by Corey Robertson. He is knocked out of bounds at the 9. Corey came completely across the field. Mullins had all kinds of time. Staggers and Robertson are wide to the right side, and Mullins fakes and rolls out right, throws into the end zone. That is caught for a touchdown. Southern Miss. Now that time Mullins was able to roll out and find Corey Robertson, and Robertson headed right towards that cone in the right front court of the end zone. In motion now comes Staggers, and they'll hand it to Ito, who sidestepped the tackler, gets a block in the corner. He's at the Charlotte 40, cuts back into 35, going to take it down to near the Charlotte 25-yard line. Charlotte going to get a direct snap back, and they're going to get dropped for a loss. Xavier Thigpen came in for the Golden Eagles and made the tackle. Robertson and Whitehead go wide right, Jones wide left. Mullins fakes and rolls out, throws to open receiver. Whitehead makes a catch and breaks a tackle. Right sidelines at the 30, 25, 20, and they'll bring him down, but he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Miss.
Very nice play fake by Nick Mullins and moved to his right, making the throw. Whitehead's able to make the defender miss, and when Whitehead brings the ball in, the defender loses his balance and his feet, and Chase is able to take the distance.
Clue takes the snap, drops the throw, and he got sacked. Xavier Thigpen got him back inside the Charlotte 45 at the 41-yard line. Mullins takes a snap, flash and fake, looking, and dumps it over the middle. That's going to be caught for the Golden Eagles, and heading up the field is Payne. And George, look at him bang off tacklers. He takes it into Charlotte territory, down to the 47-yard line, and that's a first down. Boy, George, he was taken off that time, just banging off the guys like in a pinball machine. He is going to roll out, keep the football, throw it up the field for Staggers, who goes up and makes a catch, and he get a foot down. They're nodding their head. Staggers, fighting a defender, went up and made the catch out at the 41-yard line right in front of the Golden Eagle bench. Adamson takes the snap, leaves it with Payne. Big hole up the middle. Payne trying to get to the outside, cuts back in, first down as he carries it down to the Charlotte 38. Adamson takes the snap and under pressure, going to leave it with Ito Smith, and Ito's going to get in. Touchdown, Southern Miss. A delayed handoff to Ito, and Ito bounced off a tackler, kept his balance, got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Miss. Clue takes the snap, swings it out to Phillips in the open, and the Eagles going to bring him down for a loss back around the 44-yard line. Adamson takes the snap, flash and fake, pass left side, caught by Isaiah, who breaks the tackle. Jones will go outside the 20 before he's run out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Double receivers both sides. Adamson looking and screens it out left side. That one caught by Ito. Ito at the 15, at the 10, at the 5, and down to near the 2-yard line. Wow, what a run after the catch by Ito Smith.
Well, Ito's been pretty successful on those screen passes today.
Adamson brings Holmes in motion and leaves it with himself. He keeps it. He faked it to Ito, and Adamson got him for a touchdown. Adamson keeps it after the fake. He left it momentarily in the belly of Ito Smith and pulled it out and scores a touchdown. Hassan Clue, the quarterback, gives it to big Keith Phillips, and he is tackled for a loss. Hopson heads across the field to meet Charlotte head coach Brad Lambert.
You're watching Southern Miss Sports Today with Jay Hopson. Brought to you by Bancorp South, right where you are. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. The City of Hattiesburg, a proud sponsor of Southern Miss Athletics. UPS. Visit ups.com/solvers to find out more.
Taste the feeling.
And we're back, Southern Miss Sports Today with Coach Jay Hopson, presented by Bank Corp South. Well, if you watch the show all year long, you know this is the point in the show where we visit one of our Golden Eagles seniors, and a lot of guys in this group of seniors that have made great contributions this year. And Jay, one of the neat stories, though, is Will Freeman, the senior out of Flowood and Northwest Rankin High School, who spent most of his career, high school and college, playing on the defensive side. You flip him over to offensive tackle, and he's really gotten better and better throughout the year.
He has. Will is a young man that is a team guy, and that's what I love about him. You know, he's going to do whatever's best for the football program, and you know, he's really taken to that tackle's position, and I really personally think he's got a bright future, and I think he's one of those Golden Eagles we may see playing years down the road. He's a guy that has a tremendous amount of potential, and just excited for Will. I certainly think he's going to get an opportunity on that next level, and well deserved.
How difficult is that for a guy who never had played in the offensive line in his college career? All of a sudden he's over there. And how has he sort of improved as you've watched him?
That's tough. It's like anything else. You know, we knew he would get better as the year went on, because it's a little foreign to you, especially the first time doing it. But I think that's where his potential and his upside is on that next level. So certainly we wanted to give him an opportunity there, and I think it helped our football team too.
He'll tell you he's always been a Southern Miss guy, a Southern Miss fan growing up, and a guy who is really a positive guy on this team, a leader, a positive guy who's always encouraging his teammates.
Will's he's just a class guy, and certainly just a joy to coach, and he goes out and competes hard in practice, competes hard in the game. You don't really have to worry about Will coming to play, and certainly just a joy to coach.
Well, great young man, a guy that's going to be successful in whatever he does when his football career is over. So let's spend a few minutes and visit with Golden Eagles senior offensive tackle Will Freeman.
I've been coming to games since I was a little kid. I've always loved Southern Miss. I remember set about mid-level right outside about the 40-yard line. And I remember looking at my dad one day. I was playing UAB, and Coach Hopson was the D coordinator actually. And I looked at him and said, "Dad, I want to come play football here." And to which he replied, "Great, your mother will let you play punter." But I've just always loved it. And I was really lucky and thankful when I got my offer here. I remember standing up here, me and my dad being just about in tears, just hugging each other because I was just so happy. So. Well, I've physically improved probably in the most noticeable way. I've gained 65 pounds since I've been here. It was 230 when I came in. I'm hovering around 290, 295, and I think that's the biggest change physically. As far as mentally, I'm a lot more confident in a football player. I'm a lot more. I believe in the things that I can do a lot more. Because when I got here, I sat down in the defensive line meeting room, and look up and I've got Rakeem Nunez and Kyrie Thornton and Jamie Collins. And I look at them and I'm like, I'm never gonna play here, But just going down the line and seeing that some of the things that I can do has made me a lot more confident. As a kid, I loved Justin Tuck. I loved watching Justin Tuck play. fantastic defensive lineman. He was just so fast and quick off the ball. A little bit of a lesser-known name. Actually played at Southern Miss. He never went to the league. His name was Matthew Chatelaine. Played defensive end. He was a walk-on here. I was talking to Coach Hopson about him the other day. I loved watching him play because I don't think he ever took a play off. I really tried to idolize that in high school as a defensive end. It's just have a motor that just wouldn't quit. And it was so much fun to watch. There are a lot of things I love about playing football. One of the main ones is how much it's a toe-to-toe thing. It's a team sport, but there's so much individual stuff of, looking across the line and thinking, like, I'm gonna beat this guy. And like when you do it, it's fantastic. It's such a good feeling. But also I love, now that I'm playing offense, one of the cool things is I love it when I make a block or I make the right block and I look up and I see Ito or George Payne or somebody taking off down the field. It just makes me I just feel like so accomplished. I'm like, I helped him do that. Like I get a lot of joy out of seeing my other teammates do well. I graduated with a bachelor's in history this last semester. I'm taking a few classes that would almost be a prerequisite towards getting a graduate degree in hopefully sports management. It's what I really would like to do. Once my season's over, I really want to be a GA, something I really haven't talked to Coach Hopson or some of the other guys about, but something that I want to bring up to him because I really want to coach and I want to be the same influence that a lot of coaches have had on my life to young kids. And I feel like this would be a great place to learn more about the game and learn more how to be a better coach is from the coaches here.
It's another at the 20, 15, gets a block, cuts back in, touchdown. His body got a foot down for a Golden Eagle touchdown. Mike goes up. Short of slant, Trent Taylor, but he's going to be brought down for a loss.
Sophie, his 13th birthday. Gift, we've got you. Guitar, coming tomorrow. Road game today, surprise party tomorrow. Change of plans. Game tomorrow.
No, birthday tomorrow.
Guitar, reroute.
Birthdays are on birthdays.
Party, relocate. UPS My Choice makes rerouting packages easy. How we're helping companies solve for the needs of customers like Sophie.
My job here is to create environment. For our football program is to support those 110 or 112 young men, have an open telephone. We have, here on campus, we have the Campus FCA on Tuesday nights. On Wednesdays on football season, it's after practice, we got them on the ground, ice cream, and we bring Southern Miss people that have gone through their journey, that have a message of life for them right after practice. I don't miss any practices. I don't miss them. Being accessible to this coach. It's all available, just making it available to make sure that football doesn't become a god. And we want to love them where they're at and encourage them too. We want to win, but we want to win knowing who's really calling the plays. Being around a football team like most in America where most of them are fatherless, and they can see a guy who's raised 4 boys and we can understand everything they've gone through. That's the most rewarding. Coming out that tunnel and they're patting you on the head, you're the shortest guy and you're trying to keep up running with them. That's funny. But also it's during the spring and the summer when there's character development and doing one-on-ones. What's your background? Where you're at? And then just oftentimes sitting up late at night in the back of the truck just talking. It warms my soul. Yeah. I love our head coach, Jay Hopson. I knew him when he was an assistant coach here both times. And when he got here, I was jumping around because I knew what kind of man he was. And spending time with him and seeing him, fist bumping him every day I see him, and sometimes having some private moments with the head coach to let him know and reassure him that we got his back spiritually. That's not a day we don't pray for him and Michelle and those children. He's the most influential coach in South Mississippi, the head football coach of the University of Southern Mississippi. It happens to be Jay Hopson. He's a very important man to the fabric of what we do in this whole area. So we'd be crazy not to uplift him and keep him lifted up. And we do that. I mean, we'll go to bat for him and fight for him. He loves those kids. Those coaches there are unified. They walk together. They spend a lot of time together when they're not just doing football. He creates a great atmosphere and a great aroma. He's a life coach. He's not a football coach by no means. He's really good at that, but he's a life coach in what he does. It ain't no doubt about it. Yeah.
I'm really proud of my Southern Miss days. And, you know, Southern Miss sometimes gets, you know, it's like the redheaded stepchild. But there are 2 Hall of Fame members that are from Southern Miss. And, you know, there's some great schools that don't have any. And so I'm proud of the fact that I was offered by one school, and that's Southern Miss. And I'm proud of the fact that I was able to give back what they gave me. They gave me an opportunity, and I want everyone to know that I wouldn't trade it for anything. I wouldn't, if I had to go back, and I tell people this all the time. I speak to a lot of high school kids. I said, you know, don't go somewhere because they're on TV or they wear better shoes or their locker room's nicer. You go where you think you can play. And like my dad told me from day one, he said, if you can play, they'll find you. And of course, for a young kid, you're like, yeah, right. But, you know, they found me, and look what happened. You know, I ran the wishbone and the wing tee and held every passing record in the NFL and started 321 games. And I didn't have to throw for 5,000 yards as a senior in high school, and I didn't have to throw for 120 touchdowns as a college quarterback to become a Hall of Fame member.
And we're back, Southern Miss Sports Today with Coach Jay Hopson, presented by Bank Corp South. Well, Hop, just a few minutes ago, before we talk about this week's game with Old Dominion, we saw a bit of a feature on a young man from the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Mitchell Williams, who's very closely associated with the football team. Talk about Mitch and what he sort of brings to the team.
Well, just a tremendous amount of spiritual leadership. I think Mitch is a strong Christian man that certainly has the right values and the morals that sets a great role model and example for our young men. Mitch is a guy that, again, not only is he our FCA rep, we hold devotionals on Wednesday, and he'll go out there and always has a guest speaker. He does our chapel on Saturday. One thing I believe in developing young men first and foremost spiritually, secondly academically, athletically, and socially. Those are the 4 things that I believe that are our charge, and I think Mitch does a great job of certainly helping me in that role. and I appreciate all his leadership with our FCA program, and it means a lot to these young men. And he does a lot more than a lot of people understand or know about. So he's really a rock in our program.
He's got an interesting background too. Of course, he was a cross-country guy here at Southern Miss and in the M Club Alumni Association Sports Hall of Fame here at Southern Miss. Then spent a long time as a TV guy out at WDAM TV here in the Hattiesburg area. And
Mitch is a legend.
He is.
He's a legend in a lot of different areas. He really is, and you just got to love Mitch. I mean, he just has that. He's got that energy, and he's got just that something about him that just draws people in. And again, we're blessed to have him as our FCA rep, and he's a man that cares about our young men and just goes that extra mile.
But it's neat too. He could still be doing a TV thing, but he saw a greater calling, and he decided to do that.
He did. The Lord called him to the mission, and he has definitely taken the ball and run with it, and he makes a difference every day.
All right, Old Dominion, the Golden Eagles will be up in Norfolk, Virginia this weekend to take on Old Dominion, and this is a team that hasn't been playing football a long time. They had some success at the lower levels, but they've made the jump now to D1 and had a big win against Marshall the other day, and they've got 6 wins. They're bowl eligible.
That's right. They're actually 4-1 in the conference, 6-3 overall. They're a football team that certainly has had some big wins in conference. We know they're playing well. They're active up front, very athletic on offense. So we know we got an excellent football team we're playing.
I know. I remember last year when they came in here, I think their quarterback got hurt early in the ball game, but they have got a quarterback that is a guy that can make things happen. So they do a lot of things on offense that can cause you some problems.
They do that. Like I said, they're an athletic football team. You're not 4-1 in the conference and 6-3 overall without being athletic, and certainly we know we got a big challenge ahead of us.
You always have concern about your opponent. You always prepare for the opponent, but I know when you got back on the practice field this week, it was about the Golden Eagles.
That's
and you
all
guys
it
playing
is.
Southern Miss football.
Every week. That's all. We want to be that. We want to be that football team. And I said, that comes out. We like Kentucky the first week or the second half, the LSU the first half, and we want to put those 60 minutes together. And that's our charge, is to put 60 minutes of clean, solid, fundamental, hard-hitting, physical football together.
Hop, we appreciate the visit. We'll see you Saturday, and best of luck against the Golden Eagles against Old Dominion.
Appreciate it.
All right, the Golden Eagles and the Monarchs of Old Dominion on Saturday afternoon up in Norfolk, Virginia. So hope to see you there. Listening in, watching, be there to root for the Golden Eagles on Saturday. Don't forget, Monday nights we're at Georgia Blue here in Hattiesburg with the Golden Eagle Hotline with Coach Hopson. So come on by, visit with us, and talk a little Golden Eagle football. That'll do it. Have a great week, everybody. See you next time. Another inside look into Southern Miss football.